First at 5:30, we're setting new COVID highs daily in our state.
Many are wondering if there is anything else the state can change or do to try and curb the trajectory of this. Political reporter Rick Albin spoke to Governor Whitmer today about that very thing.
Governor, as we get to a new year, we're still dealing with problems that we've been dealing with for 2 years. Highest rate of infection over the past week. Most hospitalizations during the pandemic. Yesterday, we're still in a real threat from COVID-19 and the newest variant. Where are we statewide? I know the response has been ongoing, but is there anything new that the state is trying?
Well, let's start with this. You know, what we are experiencing here in Michigan is being experienced in states all around us. I mean, this is a problem that the whole world is grappling with. This variant is so much more contagious. The great thing about our boosters, though, is that it's incredibly powerful at keeping people out of the hospital. And that's why our efforts continuing to get people vaccinated, continue encouraging people to get boosted if you're eligible and haven't yet. This is the best way to stay out of the hospital. As you recall, a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, when we started, we didn't have any of these tools. We didn't know a lot about this virus. And if you got it, you know, there was a much higher likelihood that it might end in your death. And now we've got tools to stay safe. But we certainly know that as our hospitals fill up with unvaccinated people who are getting COVID, and it threatens every single one of us. And so when I was in Grand Rapids right before the holidays, shared the stage with a couple of doctors who shared how heartbreaking it is to see preventable cases of COVID costing people's lives. So I just want to reiterate that people should get vaccinated and boosted. It's the best way to stay safe and get our economy, keep our economy moving in the right direction.
Is there anything from a state perspective that can be done? As you point out, this is a global problem. And over the past, of course, 2 years, your administration has taken any number of steps at different levels. But is this now just really a matter of it's up to individuals to get vaccinated? Is there anything the state can do beyond that than to encourage them to do so?
Well, we're working very closely with all of our hospital systems, and everyone is overwhelmed, and there are nurses and doctors and respiratory therapists who've been breaking their backs for 2 years, and they are burnt out, and yet the heaviness of the moment is not abating for them, and that's why it's incumbent on all of us to do our part collectively. Now, I can tell you, we've been working with the Biden administration to get additional resources in, whether it's in the form of monoclonal antibodies or it is in the form of human beings to come in and support our hospital teams. We've got a number of hospitals where that's the case. But this is, I think, a moment where each of us has the ability to make a contribution for the greater good, and we're continue to make vaccines available and make it answer questions for parents who maybe haven't yet gotten their kids vaccinated, but encouraging everyone to do their part and to take this seriously. We can't hope that, you know, we'll just ride this wave out. There may be another. This virus will continue to mutate, and that's why we've got to use these tools to stay safe.
Governor, as always, we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Rick.